For decades, scientists have known about a virtually limitless energy source beneath our feet, one that never runs out, doesn't depend on sunlight or wind, and emits almost zero carbon. It's called geothermal energy, and it's been sitting there waiting. But there's always been a problem. It wasn't scalable until now. Because something big is changing, a new wave of technology from advanced drilling to closed-loop systems is turning geothermal energy into one of the most exciting frontiers in clean power. So how did we finally unlock the Earth's heat? Let's dig in. Before we proceed to the video, don't forget to hit the like button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos. What geothermal energy actually is. At its core, geothermal energy is simple. The Earth's interior is incredibly hot, about 6,000 degrees Celsius at the core, roughly as hot as the surface of the sun. This heat constantly moves outward toward the surface. In some places like Iceland, Kenya, or California, that heat comes close enough that we can tap it directly to generate electricity or heat homes. The basic idea is this. You drill a well into hot rock, pump water down, and the heat turns that water into steam. The steam drives turbines, generating clean electricity. Simple, reliable, constant. Unlike solar or wind, geothermal doesn't care if it's day or night, windy or still. It's available 24/7 every day of the year. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. The scalability problem. Traditional geothermal energy only works in certain places where hot rock is close to the surface and there's water or steam already present. That's why Iceland, which literally sits on volcanic activity, gets over 90% of its heating from geothermal sources. But most of the world doesn't live on volcanoes. So while the Earth's heat is everywhere, only a tiny fraction of it is accessible. To go deeper and reach that heat in other locations used to be too expensive, too risky, and too difficult. That's why, globally, geothermal energy still produces less than 1% of the world's electricity, despite being the most abundant energy source available. But that's changing fast. The technological breakthroughs. Let's talk about the innovations that are making geothermal finally scalable. Enhanced Geothermal Systems, EGS. In an EGS setup, instead of looking for naturally occurring underground water or steam, engineers create their own reservoir. They drill deep into hot, dry rock, sometimes 3 to 10 kilometers below ground, and then pump water down at high pressure. This water fractures the rock slightly, creating pathways for heat to transfer more effectively. The now hot water is pumped back up, where it turns turbines and produces power. The result? You can now generate geothermal energy almost anywhere, not just near volcanic zones. Companies like Fervo Energy, backed by Google, have already demonstrated working EGS systems that are producing electricity today. This is a massive step forward. Closed-loop geothermal systems. Another innovation is the closed-loop system, developed by companies like Evor. Here's how it works. Instead of fracturing rock or relying on underground reservoirs, engineers drill a network of sealed pipes into the ground, forming a closed circuit. A heat transfer fluid circulates through these pipes, absorbing the Earth's heat and carrying it back to the surface without ever interacting with the underground environment. No fracking, no emissions, no contamination, just pure heat exchange. This makes geothermal scalable, clean, and safe, even in areas where the geology isn't naturally favorable. Oil and gas drilling tech adaptation. Interestingly, one of the biggest boosts to geothermal has come from the oil and gas industry. The same drilling rigs, directional drilling techniques, and high-temperature tools used to find fossil fuels are now being repurposed for geothermal. This crossover is crucial because it drastically reduces costs and risks. Companies can use existing wells, rigs, and expertise to build geothermal projects faster and cheaper. Advanced materials and sensors. Deep drilling requires materials that can survive extreme heat and pressure. Recent advances in heat-resistant alloys, fiber optic sensors, and AI-driven drilling analytics are making it possible to go deeper than ever safely and efficiently. These tools continuously monitor underground temperatures, pressure, and flow, allowing engineers to optimize performance in real time. In short, geothermal is becoming smart energy, data-driven, and precision-engineered. Real-world success stories. These technologies aren't just theoretical, they're already working. In 2023, Fervo Energy completed a breakthrough project in Nevada that proved enhanced geothermal systems could work at scale, even integrating with Google's data centers. Their project demonstrated that geothermal could deliver round-the-clock renewable energy, something solar and wind still struggle to do without large-scale batteries. Meanwhile, Ever's closed-loop pilot in Alberta, Canada, is running successfully and expanding globally with projects planned in Germany, Japan, and the US. Why this matters? If geothermal becomes scalable, it could completely change the global energy map. Imagine a world where every country, not just those with volcanic regions, can tap into its own underground heat source. No fuel imports, no weather dependency, no massive land use, just clean, constant energy from the Earth itself. Experts estimate that if we could capture even 0.1% of the Earth's geothermal heat, it would supply humanity's energy needs for millions of years. And with these new technologies, we're finally starting to access it. Challenges ahead. Of course, challenges remain. Drilling deep is still expensive. Initial project costs are high. And while the technology is advancing rapidly, scaling it to global levels will take policy support, investment, and public trust. But remember, solar and wind were once too expensive too. The future beneath our feet. The Earth's heat has always been vast, clean, and eternal. For centuries, we could only harness it in rare places. But with enhanced and closed-loop systems, the world's most reliable energy source might soon be available everywhere. We're witnessing the beginning of geothermal's golden age, a moment when we stop just scratching the surface and finally start tapping the power that's been waiting below us all along. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos. Your support means a lot to us. Take care until the next one, and feel free to drop a comment sharing your thoughts. See you soon.